Next question. Consider the following statements. Now take the second statement first, that European Union intends to achieve carbon neutrality by 2040. This is wrong. It is 2050. Now see, this is our environment booklet, volume 1 for ICE Prelims 2024 on page number 90. Here it is mentioned 2019 UN Climate Change Conference. Here it is mentioned that European Union reached an agreement about the European Green Deal that should lower its emissions to zero by 2050 and not 40. Therefore, it is by 2050. Therefore, statement 2 is wrong. Now see the options. Statement 2 is incorrect, is mentioned in the C. Therefore, C is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. Consider the following statements. Two statements are given. The statement second is that Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. This statement is correct. This is our January 2024 current affairs book. On page number 224, here it is mentioned there was a news with regard to this region, and in this news it is mentioned that Venezuela has world's largest proven oil reserves. So the statement second is correct. Now take the first statement, that recently Venezuela has achieved a rapid recovery from its economic crisis. This statement is wrong. Now see, this is our December 2023 current affairs book. On page number 117, there was a news with regard to the inflation in Argentina, and in this news it is mentioned that Argentina's annual inflation rate ended at 211%, above Venezuela for the first time in decades. So it means that Venezuela still has a high inflation rate above 200%. And again, here it is mentioned that Venezuela, it has high inflation rate around 193% after the out of control hyperinflation in recent years. So it is still dealing with the high inflation rate, so it has not yet achieved the rapid recovery. So therefore statement 2 is wrong. So therefore statement 1 is incorrect, statement 2 is correct, D is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. With reference to Digital India Land Records Modernization Program, consider the following statements, and which of the statements given above are correct. First is that central government is providing 100% funding for this scheme. This statement is correct. Now see this is our May 2023 current affairs book for ICE Prelims 2024 exam. On page number 4, there was a news on National Generic Document Registration System for Land Records. In this news, here it is mentioned that Department of Land Resources is implementing the Digital India Land Records Modernization Program as a central sector scheme with 100% funding by the Government of India. So therefore the statement first with regard to 100% funding is correct. Second is that cadastral maps are digitized under this scheme. It is correct. Cadastral maps have been linked to RORs, record of rights. It is correct. An initiative has been undertaken to transliterate the record of rights. It is also correct. Here it is mentioned that computerization of record of rights has been completed. So 100% funding is there. Cadastral maps are there. Computerization of record of rights are there. So all these three statements are correct. Therefore D is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. With reference to Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan, consider the following statements. Two statements are given. Which of the above statements are correct? And the first statement is that this scheme guarantees a minimum package of antenatal care services in any government health facility. This is wrong. These facilities are not provided in any, but in some special designated hospitals. See, this is our Indian Yearbook Synopsis 2024 on page number 85. Here it is mentioned that Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Matritva Abhiyan, it was launched in 2016. This program aims to provide this antenatal care free of cost, and this guarantees a minimum package of antenatal care services to women at designated government health facilities. Not all, but only some specific designated government health facilities. So therefore, the statement that in any government health facility, this is wrong. Now take the second statement that under this scheme, private sector is the private sector healthcare provider. They can volunteer to provide services at nearby government health facilities. It is correct. On the next page, number 86, here it is mentioned that Abhiyan also involves private sector healthcare providers to volunteer for their campaign and to provide services at the nearby government health facilities. So India Yearbook Synopsis 2024. So therefore first is wrong, second is correct, 2 only, and B is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. With reference to Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana, consider the following statements. And the first statement is that entry age group for enrollment in the scheme is 21 to 40 years. This statement is wrong. It is 18 to 40. Now we have covered this scheme in very detail. This is our August 2023 current affairs book for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 39. This news is fully covered. Pradhan Mantri Shram Yogi Mandhan Yojana. Here it is mentioned that the age group 18 to 40 years. So 21 to 40 is wrong. Now take the second statement that age specific contribution shall be made by the beneficiary. This statement is correct. In the same news, here it is mentioned under the scheme 50% of the monthly contribution varies depending upon the entry age is payable by the beneficiary, and equal matching contribution is paid by the central government. So the statement second is correct. Third is that each subscriber, he shall receive a minimum pension of 3,000 per month after attaining the age of 60 years. It is also correct. Here it is mentioned that he will receive a monthly pension of 3,000 after attaining the age of 60 years. And the fourth statement is that family pension is applicable to spouse and unmarried daughters. This statement is wrong because there is no such benefit given in this scheme. We have completely covered all the features of the scheme, so there is no such benefit. Therefore statement 4 is wrong, statement first is wrong, only 2 and 3 is correct. Therefore B is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question. One of the following regions has the world's largest tropical peatland. Peatland is a wetland type of area having a very thick vegetation and a marshy type of area, which holds about 3 years worth of global carbon emissions from fossil fuels, and the possible destruction of which can exert detrimental effect on the global climate. Which one of the following denotes that region? And the correct answer is Congo Basin. Now see, this is our geography booklet part 2 for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 20. Here it is mentioned that land of forests. Congo is called the land of forests. The Congo-Zaire Basin. Congo Basin is a saucer-shaped depression surrounded by plateaus. Congo lies in equatorial region. High temperature, heavy rainfall. Land is covered by tropical rainforests, evergreen. So it is a peatland type. Now see, this is our environment booklet volume 1 for IAS Prelims 2024 on page number 65. Here it is mentioned that deforestation and climate change. Deforestation is the primary contributor to climate change. Here it is mentioned that land use changes, especially in the form of deforestation, are the second largest anthropogenic source of atmospheric carbon dioxide emissions after fossil fuel combustion. Greenhouse gases are emitted during the combustion of a forest biomass and decomposition of remaining plant material and soil carbon. Global models and natural greenhouse gas inventories give similar results for deforestation emissions. Here it is mentioned that deforestation is responsible for 11% of global greenhouse gas emissions. Peatland degradation. Here specifically it is mentioned that peatland degradation also emits greenhouse gases. Growing forest as a carbon sink with additional potential to mitigate the effects of climate change. Now read the page number 2 of this same book, environment book, volume 1, page number 2. This is our environment book part 1, and the very first chapter of this book, it discusses the Glasgow Climate Change Conference, and on the page number 2 Environment Volume 1 for ISPREMS 2024 on page number 2nd. During this global climate change conference, here it was done that deforestation, leaders of more than 100 countries with around 85% of world's forests, including Canada, Russia and Congo and USA, agreed to end the deforestation by 2030. So they pledged to halve the deforestation. So Congo is there, so therefore the Congo is the answer. Congo Basin is the answer, and this question is solved. Next question: what are the duties of Chief of Defence Staff as the head of the Department of Military Affairs? First one is the permanent chairman of Chief of Staff Committee. It is correct. Second is exercise military command over the 3 service chiefs. It is wrong. Third is the principal military advisor to the defense minister on all tri-service matters. It is correct. Now see these facts in our books. This is our India Yearbook Synopsis 2024 on page number 29. Here it is mentioned. The post of Chief of Defence Staff in the rank of 4-star general, it was created in 2019. The CDS, apart from being the head of the Department of Military Affairs, is also the permanent chairman of the Chief of Staff Committee. So permanent chairman of Chief of Staff Committee, it is correct. Second is that principal military advisor to the defense minister. It is also correct. Here it is mentioned. He acts as a principal military advisor to the defense minister on all tri-service matters. Therefore, both 1 and 3 is correct. D is the answer, and this question is solved.